All right. The continuing Sleep Token saga. Or we're just going to listen to more Sleep Token. Yes. From this album, I'm trying not to move. I'm sorry if you get that clicking noise. So next, I got Fall For Me. You can skip the lyric review. I'm going to stumble through another one here. Right here. It's interesting. I'm like, it's a city of ice, burning cathedrals, turning the skies into glass. Very interesting imagery. Like, I can see this whole thing in my head, but I don't. To me, it just sounds like a godless city, but I could be wrong. The echoing futures are the buckling sutures that hold shut the wounds of the past. So maybe what the future could be is the only thing that holds the wounds of the past shut, which I could totally imagine. I'm like, a lot of the times the thought of the future was like, well, you know, someday this will happen and then this won't matter anymore. Like, if I can just get to this, you know, won't you fall for me through a fractured existence? Won't you fall for me from reality to the rhythm of eternity? Won't you fall for me? And again, I'm like, is there some place where I can read about this whole sleep thing and the vision and everything and like really get to know what the whole lore is? Because I would love to, and I don't want to get like on the wrong page and get it wrong, but because a lot of these songs, I'm like, a lot of them are introspective, but then again, some of them I'm like, they sound like some sort of a relationship, but then I'm like, I've heard a lot of people say that he's talking about this deity, this sleep in these songs, so yeah, I don't know if that's what he's talking about here. Probably. Insecurities surround me like lions in the den. And I feel like I'm losing touch with what I am again. I almost said toozing lutch. Dyslexia. Okay, maybe it's because it's Sunday, but I'm like lions in the den. I'm like, yeah, but if you're like Daniel in the lion's den, then you just pray to God and, you know, he got out of there. Yeah. I don't know. That's the first thing that popped into my head, but I'm thinking it's just because it's Sunday. Well, that, and it said cathedrals up here, so got my mind on church things here. That was, that's Old Testament, right? Gosh, it's been so long. Yeah, I think it was. I don't think it's new. Daniel. Sorry, I just want to make sure. The Lion's Den. Okay, thanks. Is it in the Old Testament? Oh, come on, just give me. Yes, Old Testament. That's what I thought. I was just making sure because I didn't want to look dumb. Maybe I still do. Yeah, I know the feeling. You're losing a touch with what you are. I've been having that lately too. I'm like, I don't. Just kind of on this plateau. Slight ups, slight downs every now and then. But it's just. Now, for a while, it was like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. And then now, again, it's just kind of going down to that plateau again and just being like, maybe I don't know. I totally get that. Slowly, I remember why I cannot pretend that I never think of you in all this screaming silence. So we can't pretend that he's not thinking of this person. The screaming silence, that is so I don't know if you'd call that an oxymoron. I don't think so. See, whenever I get on here, I get nervous and then I forget the meaning of things, even though I know what they are. But like screaming silence, I'm like, it's opposites. Screaming is noise, silence is the absence of noise. But I know exactly, because I'm like, sometimes you wish somebody would start screaming because it's so quiet. It's so loud. It's very hard to describe, but if you've done that before, you know. Oh God, I wish you were here. I'm assuming he's just saying like, oh God, like, not actually saying, God, I wish you were here. But, won't you fall for me? So he's wishing, so this is kind of more, because a lot of the songs in Take Me Back to Eden were kind of like, do you wish that you love me? Stuff about looking in the past, and trying to forget now. That's kind of what this one is kind of, reminded me of, but at the same time, it's like he's not quite to the point of letting go. Kind of like the Take Me Back to Eden album, where he's more letting go. It's more like he's starting to, is what it's kind of, he still wants it. With my love as your garden, I am yours to the end. Please fall for me. So it's like he knows, I think he kind of knows that it's not right, but not time to let go yet. That's just kind of my, and I'm excited, we got another little music video. It's only 2 minutes. Come on. I will like this. I mean, I don't know if I will or not, but.
In a city of ice, there are burning cathedrals, turning the skies into glass. And through echoing futures are the buckling sutures that haunt at the wounds of the past. So won't you fall for me? Won't you fall for me? Through a fractured existence, won't you fall for me? Won't you fall for me? From reality to the rhythm of eternity, won't you fall for me? My insecurities surround me like lions in the den, and I feel like I'm losing touch with what I am again. Slowly I remember why I cannot pretend that I never think of you in all this screaming silence. Oh God, I wish you were here. So won't you fall for me? Won't you fall for me? Through a fractured existence, won't you fall for me? Won't you fall for me? From reality to the rhythm of eternity, won't you fall for me? Won't you fall for me? Won't you fall for me? With my love as your garden, won't you fall for me? Won't you fall for me? From reality, I am yours in the end, so won't you fall for me?
It always ends when I don't want it to. Yeah. Saw all those little messages in between. like uncertainty is kind of, again, what I was getting out of that uncertainty. And should he let go? Should he? Yeah. I don't know, and to me it seemed, and I'm like, was that him? It'd be interesting if it was. That's kind of like a when Slipknot did the Before I Forget, they didn't have their masks on or anything, and you just saw little pieces like hands, feet, maybe the mouth. That's kind of what that reminded me of. I was like, yeah. So I'm gonna assume that was kind of more like an opener. I still love it. I'm like, I just like his voice. So. But that's why it was so short. Like, that was too short. I need more. So I think I'm gonna try and do another one. But anyway, so that was Sleep Token Fall for me. Very good. I'm hoping once I get through this album, I can kind of compare this one and the last one and be like, get my ideas. And I saw a comment on somebody's page. I'm gonna have to go back and find it and like print it out or something, that I was like, oh, I really like that, about what they were talking about with the albums and stuff. And when I get done with the albums, I'm like, I think I have a Twitch account. I haven't been on it for a long time, years. So I don't know if it's still there or not. If it's not, I guess I could create a new one. But I'm like, it would be fun when I get done with all the songs and all the singles, all the albums and everything, to do a live event and just listen from beginning to end, everything. Just, whoever can come in, you can come in, you can leave whenever you want to leave, but it would be fun to do like a whole thing. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know. Other than that, I think that's all I got. So comment, like, subscribe. You can follow me on my social media. Come to Patreon and hang out, get some requests. And I never took my headphones off. I don't know why I didn't. And I guess I'll see everybody next time.